All right, hey everybody, what's going on? Scott Ogan coming at you here. Today we're going to continue on our series of just talking about pro strategy. And today we're going to take a look inside the Yardage book that professionals use and what the information they really are looking at is in there. All right, so we're here looking at a Yardage book. We're going to actually just pick the 10th hole. We're doing one of the holes, and I know it's a little bit rough because we did a little scan here of the book, but it should work for our purposes just to get a look. So if you look at the book, there's a couple of things. I picked the 10th hole because I thought it was an interesting hole. It was a short par 4 with some decisions you can make. And what you're going to see in the Yardage book is on the top page, which we're looking at right here, you're going to see kind of an overlay of the hole, and you're going to see some numbers. So, unless they dictate otherwise, like they do down here, there was a separate tee. They're going to say, basically all the numbers here are going to go to the back edge of the furthest tee box. All right. And what you're going to look at is they're giving you numbers like it says 248. That's 248 yards to this little section of fairway right here from, again, the very back tee box, the very back edge. So, you'll see caddies walk off yardages from that back edge if they need to, or they will just do that before the week starts. But they're going to do that for everything. They're going to see, all right, hey, there's 290 to this front edge of this bunker, 320 to carry it. It also will mark, all right, hey, there's a hazard here. And then they always have a compass in here because what's big with caddies is the wind and players. They know the general direction of the wind every day. And so they can go through and say, all right, this wind should be blowing this particular direction. So they always have this little compass in there for them as they're looking at it. Now, as they continue forward, again, just going to see, any slopes, hey, this area, these are little arrows here all over, and these are just marking, there were some fairly big hills there. They're just getting that dictated to them as they go. So you get the first look off the tee, seeing where it is. You hear on TV, they talk a lot about, all right, I've got to be able to carry this bunker. This is how they know. Obviously in the practice rounds, they're out there checking stuff with lasers, things like that too. But the books are somebody that's gone out and done all that for them. And so this is what they get to look at. So then when they scroll down, the book, when we look at it, again, that was the top page up here. Then you get to the bottom page where you're going to get a more detailed look for your approach. So a couple of things. One, let's scroll down a little bit to the approach side. I like to mark where I hit my drives, and what club I hit, just because if I ever went back and played, I just like to know that. And I can kind of get a visualization of what happened. So you can see I missed this one left of the fairway, left myself about 50 yards or so to the green. What you're going to look at is they give you the compass. Again, they're always thinking about the wind. You'll see there is the bunker over here. Didn't come through in the picture as well, but you're going to see a couple of things. One, you're going to see numbers, a big number, and then you're going to see the parenthesis number. And so what you're looking at is you're looking at a front number. It's 49 yards to the front, which is where this circle is right up here that I've highlighted, okay? And it's actually 63 yards to the center. So the actual sprinkler head is going to read 63 yards. You also see it's going to be 321 yards from the tee to this point. So you're going to see a few numbers there. Again, pros like the front number. When they get pin sheets, typically it's going to be a number walked off from the front of the green, so they can look at that and then just add to it, and they get a feel. The other thing too is a lot of pros like to know the front edge. If they know the pin is, let's say the pin's on 10 paces here, it's probably more like 8. All right, so it's 49 to the front, it's 57 to the flag, but again, they know it's like, all right, 50 gets me on the green, 52, and that's going to leave me a pretty good-looking putt here as I go. So they get both of those numbers, and then you're going to see there's an L, 52L, so it's 42 to the front on this one here. You had 64L over here, but this one's 42 to the front. It's 52L, and that is to this other point that is dot over here. So they know, all right, to carry kind of across this big bunker right in here, it's actually 52 yards to do that. And then they can work their math from there. They can say, all right, it's actually 13 yards from the front. This number here is 13 from the front. This one's 9 from the front, and they can start doing some math, figuring out where they're at. All right, where do I need to land it if the pin's back, in this region somewhere? All right, I'd need to land it, maybe beyond that downslope, and then be able to go from there. So that's where they're working on it. There's one last number that they'll have. They'll always have kind of the depth of the green. This is the total depth of the green. There's another number for this section of the green. The back right of the green ends at 26. The back left ends at 29. Again, they can know, all right, I can't carry it past this yardage, and then they go from there. So you can see they get a lot of information. There's actually one other thing that they do on these yardage books is they actually do include the slope. So you can see from, if you're on this sprinkler head, it actually plays 1 yard downhill because you're slightly up on a hill. This one's pretty level, it's saying, because there's no number. You get down here, it must be a little low spot because now you're playing 2 yards up. That's something that actually I didn't know that they had until I actually started seeing it. Back in the day, that was not available in yardage books I had, but it's something they have now. So you can see they have a lot of information. They take a lot of care in figuring out exactly where they are. I think that's something that's really critical to think about. Like, these guys are going super flag hunting sometimes, and I mean, they know exactly and they're committed exactly to a shot, whereas when I play with amateur players, a lot of times they won't even know the yardage. So it's really important. You can see where pros get themselves going. That's something you want to be able to do, and I think it'll help you out. So just wanted to give you a look at it and see what's going on with it, and that way you can, now when you're hearing them talk about it on TV, you'll have a better idea what is in that book. So thanks so much for watching. Again, make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you in future videos.